Not having been around here an awful long time myself, because I've only just moved back to the area, it's difficult to say. I mean, previously I'd have said sort of local MPs and that sort of thing. I quite value having an MP I can engage with.
In my community, what's important to me is my children and my family, more than anything else.
Yeah, a nice place to come and do some shopping. Good transport. Car parks and that are useful as well. So we're nice to come and have a coffee, meet up for friends, kind of thing.
I think the local area has some really strong sort of local MPs, one of which is my friend's father, in fact. So I know quite a few sort of ins and outs. I think the local small business owners are generally quite a tight-knit community. There's lots of networking goes on there, and I like to get involved with that a bit as well. So
there's a good bus service, a regular bus service from our area in
We live in Morton Hall. Yeah.
And that in itself is good, and able to then get right into the centre of the town, and the shops are close to the bus station. So from that point of view, transport is good, the shops in this area is good, and a good variety of shops.
I think the dustbin collectors are really important. Without them, we'd have heaps of rubbish and rats everywhere. So actually, it's a messy job, but they do, an important job. Keep the streets clean, that sort of stuff.
Well, I'm a volunteer at a food bank in the town. More support for the people who have to use the food bank. I mean, there is a great generosity in the town for giving to the food bank, but sort of more help really from the government would be a great help to people.
Is there anything you'd like them to do to support you with that project?
Well, more sort of support for people who come, to food bank. People have mental health issues. People need help who get into debt. And most of the time it's no fault of their own. So sort of help to get people out of that. And as volunteers, we haven't got the skills. We're just volunteers. That's not we haven't got the skills to help them with those things. So really more input into that sort of thing, really, and implementing help that the government can give, which doesn't seem to be happening.
Because there's a little bit of a kind of classes that you can go, but there's not many.
And there's a little park and things. But
it would be nice to have more to do with your children, that you can meet other parents as well.
Yeah.
Probably have the bus stop moved from my back garden. Yeah. All right.
That's great.
Where I live, a lot of the buildings are listed because I live in Suffolk, and they're grade 1 and grade 2 listed buildings, and we have a lot of lorries that come up and down the high street, and I live in the high street, and the building actually shakes, and I think that more consideration should be given to older buildings and what's going on around them. For instance, heavy lorries, etc.
I suppose because of it being a market town, the difficulty would be if it expanded with too many houses, it would change the whole character of the town. The roads are very much congested at, if you like, school time, home time, and if there were umpteen more houses, that would change the whole character, I think, of the town.
And there would be more congestion with traffic.
My question is for the NHS in hospitals, mostly our Asian people which can't speak English. They have a problem with translating. So I was thinking if they can highlight some translator in different languages. I'm not only speaking for my Muslim community, I'm speaking for other nations even. because they have problems, even Polish people, Turkey people, when they can't speak English. So we will be very grateful if they do this kind of stuff in hospital. Could be easy for access to come. Sometimes they can't go in hospital because they can't speak. The children can't take them because of their jobs. So there are quite issues. So I will be really grateful if that could be done for us.
I would love to see some more housing for the youngsters here. That is one thing I would like to see.
Brilliant.
I think we've got enough shops. We've got everything. We've got all the shops we need, like your Debenhams, your Next, and all that.
It's a difficult one, really. I think it'd be nice if Beccles, if we had maybe a cinema or even an indoor swimming pool. We have the Lido, which is a fantastic facility, but maybe a cinema complex or something like that would be good.
I'd like to see more of going the old-fashioned way, that the council or whatever in Beccles should support the little shops, and it's an old market town. And police force has been fantastic with my lots of problems. Nothing to do with me, but it's the others.
To have more things open for the youths of today. Yeah, to have more things open. Because back in my day, you had community centres, youth clubs and things like that. They don't run things like that no more like they used to. Yeah, I think there should be more options for kids to have a more grown-up way. Yeah, instead of being on the streets, not having nothing to do. And boredom leads them into trouble. I've been there myself, so I know.
I would change the fact that they're building everywhere, every little cranny. This is what happened in London, and it's happening here now. We're spending a lot of time and energy filling up, tiny little plots of land, which I think should be left as green spaces. But of course, the government and the powers that be don't agree with me on that, so I don't suppose my wanting it will make any difference.